What's up, internet? My name's Ori. Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, hit that subscribe button. You like this video, hit that like button, hit that notification bell. You'll never miss a video. You'll never miss a stream. Today, we're breaking down episode number 6 of Survivor season 43. And it was time for the merge. So news of the merge arrives quickly in the morning. We don't even really get much of a recap of last night's tribal. Ryan does mention how he's kind of excited for the merge to come because he was on the outs, right? Like, he can now go to the other people in the game and be like, hey, what do we need to do? Where are we voting? I want to work with you, because his current tribe doesn't seem to be interested in working with him. Coco and Vessi are the ones who actually end up making the trip to BAKA's beach. That's where they're going to kind of set up. And just lots of, getting to know each other. Some of these people have met already on different journeys. For some of them, though, it's the first time really meeting and having conversations with the other tribe mates. So we're just trying to, get along, build some bonds and stuff like that. But one of the most interesting things that came up was talks about, who's got advantages and who has what. There was a really kind of funny bit they did with Owen where he was like, I wish I was at home and had the thing underneath that told you, like, who has an idol and who has what. And on Owen, it was like, no advantage. And then they slowly, like, put everybody up. So he was counting off, what people have, how Gabler has an idol for one more tribal, how Janine has an idol. They knew about Noel's steal a vote because that was really kind of out in the open. So they're all kind of just like counting off like the different things. He doesn't know about Carla's idol. He didn't know about Cody's idol. But this was kind of the most interesting thing, I thought, and I really liked this during the episode, was Noel's just, talking about, oh yeah, because they were trading stories about, like, what's happened at, like, their tribals and on their beach and stuff like that. Just, oh yeah, it was really funny when we went to tribal. Cody made this big palm hat, and I think he, like, took everybody's beads from the bags and put it all on there. It was really kind of cool. Noel, not realizing she's telling Ellie, who knows about this beware advantage and how those beads make an idol. So she now knows that Cody also has an idol, but she realizes that Noel doesn't know this. Because if Noel knew this, she wouldn't have probably said anything, because he would have told her about the beads and all that. So this is huge information for Ellie, which she does share with Janine, who holds that particular idol from the BAKA beach. They don't know about Carla's yet. It would be interesting if Ryan ends up bringing it up, or even Cassidy slips up with it and says something. I don't think James would say anything about it. Him and Carla are pretty close. But it's going to be interesting to see if that's a way for her idol to get found out, because they realize, oh, she took beads as well. Or if later down the line, maybe Ryan will finally make the connection when they start saying, oh yeah, Cody took these beads, he's got an idol. And he goes, wait a minute, Carla did that. So that's something to kind of watch out for in the future. But really, I just thought that was great how such a little thing could blow up someone's whole game, because now someone knows they have an idol when they think it is unknown to anyone. That now takes us uh, one other little thing too. This was kind of just, as I'm going through my notes, uh it was really kind of a dead giveaway on what was going to happen later with the episode, when Ellie says, like, yeah, I'm just doing so good at this game, all getting all this information, and she goes, I'm better at this game than I even thought I would be. And it's like, oh, well, okay. See you later, Ellie. As soon as someone says, I'm so good at this game, or I can't believe how good I am, or I've got all the cards, you're gone. It is a complete sign that you are too full of yourself and you're about to beat a boot. But that takes us to the actual merge. It wasn't quite a merge yet. It's like they've done in the past few seasons, where they break the tribes into 2 teams. The team that wins, they are safe from tribal. The team that loses, they are still up to be voted out at tribal council. In the previous seasons, there was this whole hourglass thing, and it was a whole big issue. None of that this season. But a similar idea was splitting them up and having one be guaranteed to be in the merge, the other team still having to go through a tribal. And we had them break up into even teams, except for Noelle. She pulled the Gray Rock, which meant that she would then get to choose which team she thought was going to win. If they won, she would be safe. If they lost, she would be up for tribal council vote as well. And when we came down to it, here is how the tribes all split up. I've left the names of the tribes and the tribe colors all done just to kind of keep track as things go along, because a lot of times that's how the tribe divisions are kind of set up during the merge, how different votes go. So figured I'd keep those for now. But you had the blue team and the red team. Noelle chose to back the blue team. Over on the red team, you had Sammy, Ellie, Owen, James, Cassidy, and Cody. Over on the blue team, Carla, Ryan, Gabler, Janine, Jesse, Dwight, and Noelle picked them as the winner. So if they were to win, she'd be safe. If they were to lose, they would all be up for the vote. I really want to know Noelle's thought process going into this, because I've been thinking about it as well, and there's a few different things that I think she could have used as her reasoning for it, because personally, I don't think this is really a decision that you should make on who you actually think is going to win the challenge, right? Because you never know with Survivor. One team could pull away huge, get the advantage in it, and just run away with the thing, and then the other team comes back in the puzzle at the very end. How many times have we seen that happen, right? So I don't think this is necessarily you betting on who you think is going to win. I think what you really want to choose here is whatever group you end up in, where do you have the stronger chance of staying? And I could see her saying, well, if I go and join the red team, I'd end up with Cody, and it would be the two of us as the only Vessi members there. There would be 2 Coco members there, and then 3 BAKA members there who at the moment have the numbers. So if it's 3 BAKA people up and they're sticking BAKA strong, that's 3 people you can almost guarantee won't be one of the ones voted out. So it would be like a 50-50, whether it's Coco and Vessi, and then a 50-50 between you and Cody. Now, she does have a steal a vote, so that kind of helps her out a lot there, which also may be why she joined the other side. Since Jesse doesn't have a vote, she can kind of be the vote for them on that side by stealing a vote and making sure they still have 3 votes there, but everybody's voting. So I don't know how deeply she thought about this, but those were the kind of thoughts I was happening in my head as this decision was going to have to be made. But we get into the challenge. It was very involved. They had a sled they had to kind of unpile all these sandbags off of. Once they got that sled out, they had to drag that along the course back and forth as they're putting these block puzzle pieces on. They then had to use those puzzle pieces to build kind of steps, go up and get a key. And then one of the toughest wall spots they've ever done. Like, this is straight out of like Ninja Warrior, that curved wall that you have to run up. They did have a cargo net at the top of it, but man, that was a difficult wall to get up there. And Carla, she actually busted her hand while she was moving one of those big boxes. And at first I was like, oh, she just like crush it or like dislocate or something. She ends up bleeding. Her hand's covered in blood. She's got to run up and try and grab this cargo net. Ryan's hanging backwards. It was like the Batman movie from real long ago when it was Adam West and Robin's hanging on the rope ladder, hanging upside down, handing him shark repellent. This was wild watching Ryan try and help everybody up on that cargo net. For a while, it seemed like Team Red was kind of running away with it. They were doing really well. They got right up that cargo net. Like I said, Team Blue, Ryan was actually having to drag people up it. But this all led to another puzzle at the very top, which Team Red really struggled with. I don't know why Sammy didn't do the puzzle. I feel like he would have been one of your stronger people to actually do the puzzle. Maybe it's part of him just trying to play more dumb and not want to, volunteer for something like that, especially going to the merge to let people know he's good at puzzles. I'm not sure. But they ended up kind of choking. Team Blue comes out and they win. They get the puzzle, meaning their whole team is now safe. They're through on the merge. They got their buffs and the whole that deal. Noelle, because she chose that side, is also safe for the vote. And Team Red are the ones who have a chance of going home. You have Sammy, Ellie, Owen, Cody, Cassidy, and James. So very interesting how this is all going to play out, especially with what ends up happening back at the tribe camp. So you had both teams kind of split off because the winning team went to go have the merge feast, and they were all kind of eating up, kind of chatting. But you had the losing team kind of still sitting around the fire talking and chatting, and it seemed like they were really interested in going for James. James kind of seemed like it was the target of BAKA. They were like, let's get James. We'll tell him it's Cody. And we'll get, Cody and Vessi to go along with the vote on us. It's only the 4 Coco members. So we can get James, and that's kind of an easy vote for us. This didn't work out. This didn't work out for a few reasons. One of which, while that was all happening, over on the merge feast side, Gabler's just like, yeah, guys, just letting you all know, Ellie went through my bag like day 1. She can't be trusted. And I just love the whole idea where he's like, yeah, so I'm going to throw Ellie under the bus by just going out and throwing her name out there. He was like, I'm going to be sly about it and try and get Ellie's name out there. By just saying, yeah, Ellie, yeah, you can't trust Ellie. Janine, who's sitting right there, is just like, what are you doing? Jesse was kind of just soaking it in. Carla was like, okay. Carla was just sitting there loving all the information she was getting. Absolutely just crushing it. So this ends up leading to a very interesting tribal, right? Like, will it be now Ellie, or because even more happened? Hold on, let me look back at my notes, because before they went to tribal, what else happened that was really messy going into it? Let's see. Oh, Gabler spilling everything, including he not only threw Ellie under the bus, he also ends up telling that Janine has an idol. I knew there was something else. He ends up giving that information away. It was just like, all right, cool. Like, tell me more. What more can you give me? And this all ends up leading to tribal, which again was going to be kind of weird. Like, will it end up being Ellie? Will they kind of stick with James? Is that little hanging on idea? But no, it ends up being Ellie. And like I said earlier in the episode, where it was like, oh, I'm just so good at this game, I was like, well, see you later, Ellie. And Ellie has been voted out. Wild episode. I really liked it. I liked this way of doing the merge. When they did this with what was it, season 41, and that was the hourglass thing. That was such a mess, because the winning team, if nobody doesn't remember this, the winning team was told that they would be immune at that night's tribal. They ended up doing the hourglass thing, which then made them not immune, and the other team was, even though they won. It was a mess. It was really a mess. But they didn't do that now. I kind of like this, where it, I don't know, makes it a little bit more interesting going into that first tribal, when you only have so many people that are available. Lots of things could happen. The whole time I was thinking too, I was like, man, it'd be maybe a lot more interesting if Team Blue would have lost and they were up, because then you would have had Gabler's idol in play, Janine's idol in play. Carla has an idol she could play. Noelle would have had to steal a vote. Jesse doesn't have a vote. Owen, I also think, didn't have a vote last night. Did Owen not have a vote? Who didn't have a vote? Somebody else didn't have a vote. Was it Ellie? Someone else didn't have a vote. But there was a lot going on, so I thought it would have been a little bit more interesting if Blue was the group that was up for the vote. But overall, really great episode. I liked it. What did you guys think? Let me know in the comments down below. What do you think of the merge and how things are settling up here? Who do you think is going to have an advantage going in, being able to use the numbers? Will one tribe kind of stick tribe strong? Because it definitely seems like there's a lot of reasons why these tribal lines are not gonna last. What do you guys think in the comments? Let me know down below. If you are new here, hit that subscribe button, and if you made it all the way to the end of this video, smash that like button, hit that notification bell so you never miss a video, you never miss a stream. I keep saying it, I'm going to get my Twitch back up and running. I have a few fun ideas that I want to do this weekend. Tomorrow there will be an amazing race recap video as well. Also, check out the mole recaps I did. If you haven't watched the mole on Netflix, go watch it. It's fantastic. It's such a good show. All the episodes are out, so you can kind of binge the whole thing. And trust me, when you start with one episode, you're just gonna keep watching them. It kind of keeps you hooked. You're gonna want to keep watching more of it. So go check those out, and then check out my reviews and recaps of them. Other than that, thank you guys so much again for watching. Links are in the description down below for my Twitch, my Twitter, the Discord. You can join the conversation over there as well. And thank you for watching. I will see you next time.